Welcome to the Urban Cowgirl Show. Our Forecart, our Zebu Forecart, a double Zebu Forecart. While I was in the hospital having my left hip replaced, Everett, my handyman, prepared this Forecart from an old, practically throwaway hay cart. Everett, can you tell us what you did and what decision we now have to make?
Okay, well, as you probably can see, I built a frame with inside here and a platform because the old plywood is all rotten. And we installed the seat and then, of course, the pull bar. And right now, the decisions are, should this pull bar be lowered attached to the lower part of these frames or stay up the top one? And if we leave it at the top, we'll probably have to remove the legs that are here, otherwise they'll be dragging on the ground.
Okay,
The other thing we were trying to work out is how long to leave the pole, and it looks like as is, it's probably going to be about the right length. If we cut off the pull bar here, we could make it a little shorter.
Okay, Katie. Katie's one of my primary helpers here with the Zebus. Do you feel that if we go down, what is it, about 4 inches with the pull bar, that we'd be at jeopardy with the Zebu stepping over the pull bar as we pull?
No, they don't kick up nearly as much as the horses do. I don't think they'd be able to get their foot up that far at all.
Okay, as you can see, we have the Zebus harnessed up in their double harness with our homemade double yoke. Yes, Everett?
The other thing too is if this is lowered, then what's going to happen is you're going to have to lift the front back up to attach. So it won't automatically be this low. It'll come back up as it tips to reach the pull point.
Okay, so the pole will be on an angle.
Yes, so it won't be as low.
Yeah, which I think I see no problem with that. Katie, do you?
I don't, as far as pulling goes, no. I think, would that be her sitting at an angle also in the cart?
Yes.
I would be sitting in the cart at an angle?
Yes.
Be a slight angle.
Yeah.
Down or up?
Leaning back.
Oh, okay. I'm okay on that. And that way we wouldn't have to cut off the legs of the old hay cart, which is a nice place to store. If we didn't have those legs, we wouldn't be able to store the hay cart the way it now stands.
The thing about leaving the legs on, this is just a temporary setup, but it allows you to get in and out without putting a lot of weight on the cows until they're ready for it.
Okay, another issue. All right, you can see that Susie and Sela chewing their cud, all harnessed up in their double yoke and double harness, are totally happy. They're going to be helping us do some farm work around here and helping me do it because it's going to be months before my hip replacement is ready to do for me what my former hip did. So I want to keep moving on, and I'm going to use a Forecart, not only with my Zebus, but with my best harness horse, Eve, who has a Forecart already made for her. Plus, Eve needs a little extra work on desensitizing her to Gretchen, which she got messed up on by spooking at something across the street about a month ago. And that's just going to take repetition and time. So we're going to be working on that in another show and working on training the Zebus with this Forecart that Everett built while I was in the hospital. And we didn't know how long to make the pole bar, but it looks like the pole bar is just right, and I'm glad we didn't make any other decisions until we had the Zebus next to it. Any other comments? Everybody happy with this? Okay, many, many, many sessions yet to come, and we'll show you farming here at Shadrack Farms. Our next session with Susie and Sela. We've got Sela out in the obstacles. Being challenged by some of them. We've got to do one drill hole in their double yoke, which Everett is doing right now. So we're just keeping busy. And this is my opportunity to show you from the front end what we have created. An old hay cart whose bottom was starting to rot out. Well, Everett, my handyman, put in some new wood. Put in a seat, put in a center bar, to which we are planning on, for training purposes, hooking this pair of Zebu heifers to pull. Not today. We're not actually hooking up today. We're still sizing up. Watch Seela. She's going over the cavalettis. Do it again, Katie. We weren't sure if Seela would do it, but she's certainly willing.
Come on.
Uh-oh. I spoke too soon. Come on, Seela. There you go.
Good girl.
It's not on the lowest rung. It's like on the middle rung. She's willing to do it. We always like to challenge our livestock with obstacles. We want them to give us the right answer within parameters of safety. It's good for their heads. It's good for ours. Okay, so coming back to
Come on. You probably
soon.
won't do this.
Let's watch. Let's watch. It's fun to watch her. Will she step up on the big steps? Yes. Yes.
Step up.
Recall that I have trained all my Zebus to get into a step-up horse trailer. And they do just that when they're coming down. Did you get that, Kyle? Yeah, you see, they don't see depth perception well in front of them, so she just wasn't sure how far she was jumping down.
Come on.
I'm going to go and give her a little bit of encouragement behind the drive line. Let me explain again
Good girl.
to my viewers that I did have my left hip replacement. I seem to be healing just fine, but especially outside, I walk around with a cane to give my muscles, my tendons, everything months to heal before I actually get into a saddle. Oh, well, we didn't need it then. Okay, good. Seela remembers my youngster. Susie's done all of this. Now Everett is here, drilling the hole into our double yoke, which we made here, and we've done several shows how we did it. Made with conduit and PVC. I certainly wouldn't use this if I was truly pulling a heavy load, but for training purposes, it was reasonable, something we could do here, and we enjoyed doing it. We need one more hole in the middle through which we're going to put a through bolt, eye bolt. And then you'll see how it's all going to come together. And we'll, at some point soon, have the heifers tacked up, which you saw in our last session, in their full harness, including their bitchin' and their croupers. And when we feel that we've got their respect and focus, we'll actually hook them to the center bar of this training forecart. And someday, I'm not sure yet when, I'll be sitting in the forecart asking them to step up, G and ha. Maybe even back, because when this bar is hooked to this new center bolt, we can get these legs off the ground and rely only on the wheels. That's what our plan is. Now watch how my Zebus behave when we're putting the double yoke on. They're pretty used to it. Both Scott and Katie have worked with them before, and they know Scott and Katie. Now, can you picture if one goes one way and the other goes the other way? It could be a wreck. So we're constantly watching for body language. Are they listening to us? Is there anything back here that's spooking them? They are prey animals. We are close to a creek bank. I think this bar, yeah, that's good. I think this bar is a good length away, but we may want to shorten it because this long of a length will mean quite a big turning radius. Am I correct?
With this hook, that's not going to work
Oh.
because the feet are already dragging on the ground.
Oh. Okay, so we need a different clasp. Okay, but we've got the idea. What's your thought?
Well, I brought one of these, but I don't know if it's big enough to do.
Can you get them next to each other?
This whole creative process might be interesting to people if they don't want to buy something ready-made, because the ready-made stuff is pretty expensive, and we're just trying to train now safely. Do you need any help to get that off?
I think I'm just not being smart.
We put in a carabiner. It's not quite the right piece of hardware to use. Now we're going to put in a double-ended clasp. We could even use a short chain. Are we still getting the carabiner off?
Yeah.
Okay. Until we get that carabiner off, let's stop the camera. Decisions and choices. It looks like the bar, the Forecart bar, is at a perfect height. And we've just got a clasp on it, connecting it to two eye bolts. What we're going to do, this old hay cart doesn't really need these legs anymore. We don't want them dragging on the ground if the ground is uneven or somebody sitting in there pulling it down a quarter of an inch. We're just going to cut these legs off. We don't need them anymore. It's not a hay cart anymore. It's a Forecart for pairs pulling of my Zebus. And I hope in our next session we'll have them all tacked up, connect them up, and without somebody in there, with lead lines though, somebody at each head, a few steps forward. We'll show you with our progress as we go into Forecart farming with our Zebus, Zebu heifers in pairs. Today, we're getting one step closer to actually hooking up the Forecart. We've got the Zebus harnessed up with britchin'. It was a little tricky getting the britchin' on because we haven't done it in quite a while, and it's a cold day, and who knows who's hormonal. But they're chewing their cuds now, looking quite relaxed. Everett, can you bring the Forecart up? Everett, my handyman, who helped put this Forecart together, both conceptually and construction-wise, thinks that we have all the hardware needed today to actually hook to the screw eyes. Oh boy, the screw eyes of the double yoke.
Good girl.
Now, we're having trouble getting the Forecart shafts behind Eve, my Morgan mare. And those are not even, for in between. They're not for pairs driving. This Forecart is for in between the heifers. Will they be spooked by Everett walking up to him? Talk to him, Everett.
Hello there, cows.
Cows. It's all right, girls. It's all right. They're still calm. Everett's going to put that Forecart pole between them.
Good girl.
They have great peripheral vision, even better than horses. Yeah, you see, they see it. They're saying, wait a minute, what's that all about? There's noise behind them. Okay.
Oh.
If we only show you the problems we're having today, that's better than showing you nothing. Let's bring them back. We've got Scott at the head of Susie and Sarah at the head of Selah. What we may want to do, we've noticed that with the Zebus, it's easier to back them to where you want them to be
Back them up.
than to try to, bring the pole between them.
Let's back.
So Everett, straighten out that pole, and let's see if Sarah and Scott can back the Zebus to either side of the pole.
Back. You guys ready?
We're actually just trying to make sure that we've got all the pieces of the puzzle.
Back. Back.
Back.
Excuse me. Back.
Okay, we may need an arm extension. All right, Everett, step up again. It's all right, girls. It's all right. Yeah, distract them. They're chewing their cud. Good. That's closer than we were before. Okay. Now we're not gonna actually hook up, we just need a little bit of space here.
Good girl.
Good
Scylla.
girls. Good
Good
girls. Can we get that bar down? Will it work? Will it connect?
Good girl.
Good girls. And do you have the connector, Scott?
I have it right here.
Okay, let's see if Scott can just make sure, just getting the hardware here that's gonna work.
Good girl.
Is a multi-step process. Don't actually put the bolt across, but it is a carabiner.
Don't put it in.
Oh goodness, yeah, don't put it in yet, because what if they start to separate their hips, separate their heads?
Well-
Oh, what do you think about the size, Everett?
Well, it should work. Without putting it in, they don't have any weight on it, so they're not used to that part.
Okay, right. I'm not worried about the weight now. I want the length of the bar. Do we feel that it is
Looks good.
reasonable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's been there.
All right, let me quietly move this camera over here.
Good girls.
Girls, they're still chewing their cud. Let me show you all of the pieces of the puzzle that we think are ready for next time hookup if we have more people on the team. There we go. There's our converted hay cart. And we took the U legs off of it because we wanted to make sure that no matter where we hook the bar between the Zebus, that those legs wouldn't rub on the ground.
Good girls.
I say we've made quite a bit of progress, and we feel that that's a good distance from the hips of the heifers to the handle of the hay cart, the metal handle. Ever, do we want to just get rid of that metal handle? Why not just cut it off? I see no reason for it. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because of the ricketiness of the thing, it's helping.
Oh, it gives structure to that old hay cart. Okay, we'll leave it there because I'm really not worried about the Zebus lifting their back legs and getting hung up in that handle. I would if they were horses. Gosh. Any comments, Sarah? Are we ready to do this next time when we have Katie here or Kyle here as well?
I think
Yeah?
so. If we have a fourth person, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. One other person, I think we would.
Okay, Scott agrees. One other
Safety-wise.
person. We always want to make sure we have enough team members. We wanted Everett here to reevaluate the construction, the design. And Everett, there's nothing more you feel we should add before we actually try to go forward?
I don't see anything. No,
He doesn't see it from a construction standpoint, so we'll go to the next step, we hope, next time. That's all for today. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Cowgirl. I'm doing much better with my hip replacement. I don't even have a cane today. I still have to be careful, though, for another couple months and not handle my livestock, but make sure that I have handlers that can do things with them so we can continue training.
Ooh.
Whoa, okay, you
Yeah.
see that extra
This popped
motion?
out.
Oh, let's get them lined up again.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, you bumped them, okay. We can't, yeah, we can't stop on that note. Always stop on a good note.
Oh,
Okay.
See what happens if you accidentally bump them. Okay, let's get them lined up again.
come on.
This is instructional, things happen.
That's a good safety feature of that.
We just want to get them so that they'll accept the bar between them without spooking. Okay, Everett, can you quietly?
Hold on.
Okay,
get her
hip
straightened up.
over.
Oh, nope.
Nope.
Oh, hold on.
All right. Oh, we were so close to our moment of resolution.
I'm just gonna take this off for 30 seconds.
What's happening?
The yoke is gone through its safety measure and popped out.
It popped out. Okay, that needs to be glued again.
But I think it's
that's
almost a good
a
safety
signal
measure.
problem you had on the.
Yeah.
You got.
Gray to white.
Well, that should have worked.
Okay, we'll repair that before next time. But for now, see if we can just go back a step, find our moment of resolution, stop on a good note.
Come on, Sela.
Say,
Oh.
oh.
Good girl.
Good girls. Chewing their cud, seemingly relaxed, Everett quietly, but with presence. Let them know you're going there. Let's get that forecart bar between them. It's all right, girls.
Yep.
It's all right,
Good
girls.
girls.
It's all right.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Oh.
Sela, calm down. You got it. You're okay, Sela.
Back.
Now we have trained the heifers to pull. We've trained my bull to pull.
Over.
We've done some pairs work. This is the first time
Easy,
though
Sela.
that we're asking for a forecart for farming work.
Easy.
Almost, almost. Let's get her lined up.
Come on.
There we
There
go.
you go.
All right, let's just pet them. Call that our
girl.
moment of resolution. Very carefully, Everett, pull it back out.
Good
There you go.
girl, Sela.
Boy, we have a lot of work to do. A lot of repetition to gain their confidence. But I am confident we will. And that's all for today. That's our moment of
Hold on,
resolution.
let me get this one off her first. Just because she's nervous.
Now we're going to untack them, which we've shown you many times. The job isn't done until you're uncommitted. And one of the most important parts of getting uncommitted is getting the double yoke off safely. Then they're individually
Good
being
girl.
led. There you go. And we can quietly, carefully, without stress, remove their britchin, all the straps, their surcingle, and turn them back out with their Popeye Rusty.
Okay.
Okay, Sela. It's okay, girl. Undo you.
Britchin first.
Yeah.
Sela's been the spooky one today. She's the youngster. Just want to make sure she's okay. There you go.
Good girl.
We know we won't have any trouble with Susie today. Our next session with the heifers. We have handlers here who know how to command their respect and their confidence. Unfortunately, Papa Rusty is very hormonal, and his daughter Sela seems to be an estrus. However, I have given Rusty, this was years ago, a vasectomy, so I'm not worried about him actually impregnating his daughter. Nevertheless, we have to deal with the mindset of all of these cows who have nature calling. Well, we're not going to put the britchin on today. But what we want to do today, we want to take the
yeah,
very
we'll
next
put it on the
baby
bottom.
step, which is actually hook up the forecart bar to the yoke. We're showing you at the end of this episode, we hope that we have successfully hooked up this forecart and that the heifers can be lead lined forward
Yeah,
a
once
few
you-
steps, pulling the
Automatically,
forecart
once you put the
without
reins
there
on
being
them.
other problems. Here we go. We're trying to get them in position with the forecart bar with authority. Back them up, line them up. The forecart bar is there. They may step over it. They did. Pull it back a little bit, Everett. Talk to them. Just say, hello, girls. Hello, girls. And come around with the forecart so that the bar is straight. We've never done this. I don't know of anybody who's ever done this. So what we're doing is just trying to take it one baby step at a time. Everett, can you back up a little bit and come on up again? It's all right, girls. Between them, Everett. Okay. We're lining them up. If you had somebody else to hold one of them, would you be
No,
feeling
I'm
better?
more used to this and moving this part better. I'm not used to having to move.
Okay, come on up and don't whistle. Just say, hello, girls. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Hello, girls. Yeah? Hello, girls. Yeah? Hook it up from the front. Hello, girls. Be ready to unhook it, though, if we get into trouble. Whoop. Good girls. Eventually, with enough repetition, this will be old hat for them. They'll stand there. I've seen oxen, giant oxen, doing it without even a line on. Everett's hooking up the carabiner that we have to hook them to the cart, the forecart shaft. You dropped it. We need to figure out a better way to hook it up. Okay. But at least they're standing now. There's three deer coming at us from behind. I don't think the cows will be afraid. It's all right, girls. Don't hook it up a whole lot ever, just so that we can unhook it if we have to. There. Now, Katie, you have the best feel and the best guess. If you go a step forward with them, with the cart attached, so that I can see the wheels moving, so I can see the height of everything, do you think we can do that safely? It's all right, girls. It's all right,
Turn
girls.
her head towards you.
Towards
The horn
Yeah.
and the collar. We're just
Or
going to
her-
try to take a
Or her
couple
halter,
steps
whichever you
forward.
feel more comfortable with.
Baby steps. It's all right, girls. I just want to see those wheels move. 2 steps is enough for me. The height looks perfect.
Step up. Step up.
But
Yep.
That's enough. That's enough. We've got it.
oh,
Yes. They'll learn that they need to do things in pairs, that they've got the weight of this cart and eventually somebody like me in it. Let's unhook it, Everett. Whoop, whoop, nothing, don't do anything sudden. Let's get that cart unhooked. Always think about getting uncommitment when you've got commitment from tack or equipment. Okay, and go back there, let them know you're there, just say something. We're going to get a better carabiner that doesn't have to be screwed on. Somehow we'll find some hardware that works. I feel that we've shown you the very next baby step. These 2 heifers will be able to pull that forecart and be using Zebu, mini Zebus here at Shadrach Farms. Watch in our next season as we progress in farming at Shadrach Farms with our livestock. See more at www.urbancowgirlchannel.com.